And we are live. Hello, everyone. I am Mia Voss. Welcome to the latest edition of the Mia Connect Power Chat. It's the second week of January. I am psyched to be here. This is like the full week when everybody's actually getting some stuff done. So with that, I have got 4 power players. I'm going to give them a hand already. Look at it. I can't even take it. And they are getting ready. They're fixing to bring some Learn on You. We got a lot of fun subjects. So I'm going to start from the left. I'm going to try not to jack up his name. First, I have Eli Fennell. Right? How are you, my brother?
I'm doing good, my sister. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you. Next up, because she's in her alter ego, I have Lainey Sullivan. Hi, girlfriend. Everybody needs to know she's got the horns with the 2 angels on either side.
The 2 angels, so we're diabolically opposed today.
I call it balance.
Love
Then I have my girl Leah. Let me see if Segedi.
Close, Segedi. Thanks for having me on, Mia.
Hi, girlfriend. And everybody that knows Leah is going to know that halo is such bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And I love it because you're feisty, sweetie. That's what I get it. You know, I always semi-stalk my guests before they come on the show, and you've got some good shiny, honey. You got some good feisty shiny.
Oh, I'm being like Pippi Longstockings today for you.
Love it.
I wear my pajamas.
I can tell you what, that's going to be next up. Everyone needs to stand up and see what the lower half is, because that's the beauty of the.
Don't worry about that today.
Oh, hey! Please put some pants on. Next up,
No, seriously.
we have definitely a brother from another mother, Shannon Hernandez.
Hi, everyone.
What's up, Headbanger? How are you, my friend?
Dude, you know, I've been out sick for the last, 2 days. I got back from New Media Expo on Monday, and went to work. Went to my night job on Tuesday, came back on Wednesday, and you and I had talks, and, man, I've just been sick since, so I'm trying my best to, really step it up today for the Power Chat.
He's going to bring it.
Oh, I got to bring it because Leah's bringing it 100 times fold right now.
And I don't know how it's showing up in the film strip, but you are right next to Leah, so you better crank up your game, brother.
I know, God, let's turn it up right now.
Yeah, because you're going to be like, what's up with that guy? So, hey, listen, seriously, you guys, so as I always say, and you guys all know these people, we're going to be talking today about blogging, we're going to be talking about the gender playing field here, we're going to be talking about New Media Expo, so you hookers better get your questions going, because you need to take advantage of these folks here on the panel. So real quick, I want to thank my continuing sponsor and my business affiliate, Edge Ad Exchange. I'm shilling for them. This is what I love about doing the shows. I can talk about all the stuff I love. Duh, right?
Of course.
You go wrong with that. You choose the stuff, which is where the back crap crazy comes from.
Love the brands that choose authenticity.
Exactly. Brand A. It is. That's why you got to start your own show, people. This is going to be year of the kick-ass, year of the HOA. So with Edge Ad Exchange, make the most of your online advertising dollar. These guys are awesome. I use them for getting traffic to my website, Boots on the Ground. So go to my website, the Mia Connect. There should be a business tools page. Get your butt over there. Check them out, please. Thank you. All right, y'all ready? Let's get on some comments because people are fired up in the over on the event. Hi, Logan. She says loves the headband. EPOF, woohoo. Let's see what else I've got. Heather Crafter, love her. Filling up the coffee in anticipation of a great show. Of course, my stream is not picking up yet, so I'm going to do this again. So I'm going to read it from over here. Hi, EPOF is always here. Randy Hilarski, speaking of a brother from another mother, time to get your learn on. Lance Fields, hi, Felicia, looking great, super clear, all good on the screen. He's my little guy. Boots on the ground and always is checking out. He's checking out my shiny. Let's see what else. Sunny Cadwaller, looking forward to a bit of that crap crazy. She came up with celebrate the weird. I think that was the hashtag we came up with the other day, talking about authenticity. Shannon Limo, Spiting Edge, Mark Seidel, hello brother. Heather Crafter says give me an A, give me a B, or give me a B, give me an A. I think she's heading towards fat crap crazy. So you guys have anybody you want to shout out for the show today?
Momavation community. They're watching.
Yay.
Paul's Methylictus.
And my women's community, those 4 girls. Shout out to those ladies. And
yes.
Jen's in there too. We like the guys. Thanks for the support, boys. And
yeah. Listen, we need to. I always say that I'm gender balanced. I'm all about, I need to. Yeah. A little bit of both, for sure. So, but that I love, and we're going to get to that too, but what's going on with that. How about you, Eli? Who do you want to give a little shitty shop to?
Oh, I see Mick Sharp's out there.
Hi, Mick. Love him.
Says the crown looks great. That's good.
I said he looks very Game of Thrones today. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yourselves.
Best show ever.
Bat crap crazy is coming.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, if that's your bat crap crazy, that is not the first time that Game of Thrones has showed up on here as a bat crap crazy. Yeah, mine when I want to do shows, I definitely do. I'm gonna get to one right now. You ready for it? I got Downton Abbey. Damn. Oh, I get cray over it. Yeah, I do. I get cray. I speak to the camera. I speak to the TV like I'm some kind of crazy trailer park woman. Oh, hell no! And I was freaking out on that this week. So with that, it is, again, like I said, it is the first full week for reals. I mean, last week didn't really count, you guys. Everybody's making all these proclamations, blah, blah, blah. Now it's when the rubber hits the road. What did you guys do this week, or what are you excited about? Everybody just jump in and tell me what you thought was great about this first week of 2014.
Gosh, the drama has been on fire this week.
You see my face? Hi.
But it's been fun, and you get to see everybody's personalities come out, and their beliefs and their opinions.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, is that how you say it?
Perspective on the bright side. She's all like, you get to see who everybody is.
Yeah.
That's lady though. She always puts a nice spin on it. You know, girlfriend, I like to. I think that I did start to see towards the end of it a lot of people playing well in the sandbox eventually. Yeah. I like some of the bitch slaps that came out too. A lot of people were like, knock that crap off, and calling people on their BS. So it's bound to happen in any of these social platforms. It's happened here before, but I agree. I think everybody just kind of had to get their freak out this week. What do you guys think?
I think so.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what you guys were talking about. I was laid up in the bed.
Don't worry your pretty head.
So you're telling me right now it's a great thing that I was sick this week.
Yes.
Well, I was saying that too, that I had 2 construction projects this week. So when I'm on the job, when I'm OTJ, Mama doesn't. I don't play around. I think I actually have. Oh, I brought it.
Oh, the hard hat.
I do. I ain't playing with that either. But I came back and it was like bombs were blowing up, and so I sort of watched a lot of it off to the side and stayed out of it too. So, Eli, how about you, brother? You got any comments on that? Why don't you pipe in?
Yeah, well, I got to admit, I got a little heated at first,
You did.
Which was not altogether bad. I think I smacked a couple of people who really needed a
Did you
good
get a little bitch slap?
upside the
Okay,
head.
was it a bitch slap?
An Eli bitch slap. You don't want an Eli bitch slap.
Yeah, my bitch slap stings so hard, even your great-grandparents will feel it.
It's going to feel it. I hit you so hard, I kill your whole family. Is that what it sounds like?
I hit you so hard Google couldn't find you no more.
That's even better. Well, how are you feeling about it, though? You feel like everything kind of calmed down? The one thing I love is a lot of times when these happen, when people do have disagreements, I will say I've seen some pretty strong alliances come out of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, post-New Year's craziness, I think, but a lot of people, I think have gotten, their heads cool and, starting to talk to each other, and so I think it all kind of worked out.
I do too. Yeah. I do. I think it kind of calmed down. What else, guys? What else happened this week?
I'm real super excited about all the stuff I see coming out of the Consumer Electronics Show because I am a total gadget geek.
Oh, I can't believe you're not there. You just stopped.
Yeah, I know. Someday I'll get out there, but I'm hearing about it from my Google Plus friends. My friend Craig Foley, he's there. He showed a picture he got of a 3D printed sugar thing, which is just the best use of a 3D printer ever.
Oh, it was that they're making food now with the printer, right? I saw it on the news too.
Yeah,
I
would nerd out so hardcore.
They were making cookies.
No
were they?
way.
And they were I think it was like, I saw it on Al Jazeera last night, and they were passing it out in like Times Square, and they're asking people like, can you tell the difference? And people are like, this is the best cookie. I can't believe it came out of a printer.
I gotta see that. I almost can't get my head around it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like the Jetsons. I mean, one of these days it's gonna be like, wait, let me put on my face. bonk. Do you remember
Oh,
when
I
they did
can't
that?
wait.
Oh, that would be
Fifth
awesome.
Element.
And they had the
That-
full makeup face. I can't wait for that. That's
Yeah.
what I can't wait for.
I want that microwave she had in Fifth Element when she's like chicken and everything comes out, and then I want that that little
Yeah,
Chanel
Fifth
face
Element,
thing
yeah.
she had. That's what I want. That's cool, Eli. What is that? Where's that at again? Where's that conference?
That was in Vegas, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Vegas this time.
You
I
got it
think
warmed
so.
up for him, huh, Shannon?
I totally got it warmed up from all of them. Yeah, totally, man. I was set and ready to go. I said, you know what? We'll do the New Media Expo, and then we'll just warm you up for the good stuff, the consumer electronics.
Yeah, who else do you guys know that's there right now that's in our Google Plus world? I feel like I've been seeing, I think Robert Caruso there? I've been seeing something for him, but who else do you know that's there, Eli?
Was
that's
Amanda
been-
Blaine there? She was there, I think.
I bet all they do is just go from conference to conference.
Yeah, I know too many. The list of because I follow a lot of gadget geeks. The list would go on forever and
Name
ever.
drop it,
and
brother. We're all
ever.
good. It's good. Yeah.
Russell Hawley is one that I'd like to give a shout out to for that though.
Nice.
Calvin went. Calvin totally went. You guys know Calvin, Mayhem Studios?
No.
Oh, I'm a
Will you
total
post?
fan.
Will you post his any of these guys? Please post it here because everybody that's in my audience, we love stuff like this.
Yeah.
I know that even more cool people do.
I actually have a picture because I'm a Calvin fan. He's this, he's Chinese with spiky hair, and he goes everywhere. He's awesome. He's
I gotta
spiky,
see. Oh, I
he's
gotta see him. He
I
might
love
be
it.
my new Google Plus boyfriend.
I love Calvin.
Oh,
And I'll
Shannon,
have
you're
to
out.
have
You're out, Shannon.
Look out, Calvin! I'm coming to get you. Right? That is exciting, though. I do agree with you. I mean, I think we all have a little bit of mini nerd in us, like Star Wars cup off to the side, that kind of thing. We love our little gadgets. It's all my favorite stuff. Hey, Shannon, you want to talk about can we segue into how cool you were this past week and nerd it out? I was getting the best pings. You're like, I kept getting pings that were like this, dude, like that's all you could say. You're so excited.
Yeah, man. New Media Expo. I mean, clearly the effects of it are running over into my health right now. So. Man, it was an incredible experience. I mean, I've been to another conference. I've been to FusionCon before, and that was last year here in Chandler, Arizona, or I'm sorry, it was in Scottsdale. But this time, we're in Vegas. My sister and I were in Vegas, and
Hi,
Wendy.
Wendy
Wendy was there, and it was mainly podcasters. You know, I brought this whole topic up about podcasting. I think, was it on your show, Mia? I can't remember. It was on the Mia and Christine show, I think.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it was about where I wanted to see podcasting go.
It was our New Year's show, honey. That's right.
Yeah, that's what it was. So it was kind of interesting to see that conversation bleed over into New Media Expo. But I mean, God, there was so much to talk about. But I mean, if there's one area where I wanted to talk about that really kind of hit home for me, and I don't know if any of you guys are familiar on the panel with Lewis Howes, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Chris Brogan is. But they did this once. They did this one session called Unleashing Greatness, and of course I'm a big fanboy of Lewis Howes. I've taken a couple of his courses online, and basically he said it's going to get a little weird in here, and what he did is that he made everyone put their phone away at the beginning of the session and have them close their eyes, and he played some real soothing music in the beginning, and then of course he kind of did a meditation right in the beginning. So no one was focused on their phones, everyone was focused on him, no one was taking any pictures.
For that crowd, that's amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And so by the end of the session, hardly anyone was using their phones. But in the middle of the session, it was something that was really amazing because Lewis asked the crowd. He said, "If anyone has gotten anything from me this weekend, please stand up and raise your hand." And it just so happened that when I had seen Lewis earlier in the weekend, he had given me this bracelet. I don't know if you guys can see this, and it says "Greatness" on it.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And so he handed me this bracelet, and then he said, "I want you guys to go up to the microphone." And he goes, "And I want you guys to tell me what your vision is." And so then, there was 4 or 5 of us that had gotten this bracelet. So I was the first one up there, and I was first one to break the ice. And so they said, "Shannon, what's your vision?" And I said, "Well, what do you mean? I mean, I don't know what you're talking about." Because when you're asked something like that on the spot, you don't exactly know what to say. You have many visions, but try to focus yourself on one vision. And so he says, "What's your vision?" And I've talked to Mia about this before, and my vision, I told them, was to have freedom, ultimate freedom. And they said, "Well, how come you don't have freedom?" And I said, because, and this is where I became very vulnerable in that session. And I said, I feel I'm doing the right thing, and I'm always cheerleading for everyone else, but I'm always telling, people always tell me, well, yeah, you can do this internet thing, or you don't have to do it. And, pretty to me, that's translated as you suck. You can't do it great. And so then Chris Brogan and just to not extend the story any longer, Chris Brogan and Lewis Howes, man, they basically just ripped it out of me and told me, they talked about going through all the pains and the struggles that you'll have as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur, that you have to work through the pain as hard as you can, and it doesn't matter what type of pain it is, whether it's emotional or physical, whatever. You work through it because then you become stronger at that. And it's it's that fear factor. And so after I was done with that whole thing, it felt like someone had gotten the inside of me just tore it right out of me. And man, it just felt so good and alleviating. And I was on a high for the rest of the entire conference. And Lewis and Chris walked up to me and they're like, "Hey man, we were so happy that you did that. It was amazing." So the lesson I think that had to come out of New Media Expo is that you have to face your fears, focus your vision very clear, and know where you want to go, not just in 2014, but where you want to be in your life. Just be very focused. And so work through the pain as much as you can. So that was probably the best session I had attended in the 2 conferences that I've ever been to. And that was the best one that I've ever been, because it was more personal for me, and I know it really affected my sister too after we got out of it. She wrote a blog about it too. So
I wonder if it'd be. Have you ever seen those Southern Baptist healers when they're like, "Oh, bam," and you just got broken like that?
That's how it was, man. I mean, that's how it was. I mean, these guys they did 4 people and they worked them over. And it was wow.
What a privilege, though.
Yeah. It was awesome.
If you guys chime in on this one too, as all as having our own business and so forth. I really do feel that focus type of thing, especially for all of us now in the Google Plus world, you can get super distracted. You get ideas coming at you, things coming at you. That hyper focused is what I'm going for as well, because then I can really concentrate on it. But I agree also on pushing through the fear. So everybody raise your hand who's an entrepreneur or a small business, running their own thing.
Right.
Right. And in the crowd too. Absolutely.
I love that, Shannon, because I'm totally about vision casting, and I write my 5-year vision every year, and I just tweak it according to how the year has gone and what So it's all about making sure that your vision is in front of you and you have something to go for. I think we all watch people and business owners who have no direction, and then they fail and they fall and they don't know why, and they have nowhere to go.
It's it's not believing in yourself. And I think we all think, oh, we can do this, but you get to an edge. You come to an edge where you don't want to move past that because you're too comfortable and don't want to move over the edge because you don't know what's over there on the other side.
Oh yeah. It's that stepping out thing.
Mm-hmm. I've been really hard on myself, I think, in that regard. And a while ago, my friend Mark Trepagan, who many of you know, he basically bitch slapped me and said, "Get over it, Mr. Reluctant Expert. Put yourself out there and do the awesome things you have a vision for."
Yes. Well, if you guys think about it, some of the best leaders that we see out there, they have a clear mission and a clear goal. And I think that the point is nobody really follows anybody who doesn't know where they're going. So as long as you know where you're going and your path is right in front of you and you know what it is, you have that clearly defined, people follow that because it's based on confidence. It's just a matter of this is what it is, this is where I'm going. And people are attracted to that. I think that goes through everything in every industry.
And the other thing too, Leah, was that it's also about this idea of collaboration. We talked about this, I think, in 2013 about the idea of collaboration. Man, that was a message that was delivered over and over and over in this. In the podcasting world they discussed it, but it bled into the blog world. It bled into everything. So I mean, what you're talking about, Leah and Eli too, is that it's a matter of doing it because you enjoy doing it, and who cares what other people think? As long as you're doing it and you have the people to back you up, it's not necessarily the self-validation that you need.
Right.
Or it's not necessarily the validation you need from someone else. You need
from somebody else, right?
Yeah,
right.
You need it for yourself. Just tell yourself every day that you love yourself. That was a big thing. Chris Brogan even told me, he's like, "Here, I'll give you this name of this book. Read it, and if you don't like it, I'll give you the $4 back for the book if you don't like it."
What was the name of the book?
Love Yourself. What was it? I forget what it is. I'll find it after, and by the end of the hangout, I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
I spoke on a panel with Chris Brogan 2 years ago at Blog World, and I think it was a turning point in his life because it was right after he lost a lot of weight and became a Buddhist. And he was speaking about that on the panel, and I've seen a lot of amazing things come out of him since then.
I'm
I think
loving
it's-
too that these are people that obviously are experts in the field, influencers, and they're really comfortable with getting into this kind of what I call, because I live so close to Boulder, crystal rubby, kind of thing. Where
Happy horse shit. Let's call it what it is. It's happy horse shit.
Exactly. I love me some happy horse shit. Let me tell you, I'm all about bring it on. I'm gonna smudge. I'm gonna talk to the universe. Whatever I need to do. Exactly. That's why. Right, girlfriend. But I'm loving it that everybody's making it more about this kind of, not kinder, gentler per se, but that it's more of a robust. It's the spiritual along with the business, because especially for all of us, it's doing that are doing these things. I'm determined to do what I love. And get paid to be awesome. That's mine and Christine's new hashtag for 2014. So I'm liking that people are kind of combining that spiritual with it. And Shannon, you got the spirit bitch slap, dude. That was like
shaking. The best thing ever. That was the
people
best
are going
thing
nuts in the audience. By the way, you are really tapping a nerve. I think now that we're into getting out of that kind of sweet spot of New Year's, now it's really real. How are we going to make that happen? We could talk a big game. How are we going to make it happen? That's what happened for you, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, for me, there's been this focus of helping people on Google Plus, but I think after this weekend and seeing, what podcasters face and what they're up against when it comes to releasing their own show. I mean, I met a lot of people who weren't podcasters there this weekend, and they didn't want to start a show because I don't know what I'm gonna do and this and that and the other thing, and Lewis even told one of our new friends that we met out there that
you got a lot of new BFFs, didn't you?
Totally, a lot of new BFFs. You met one of them actually on the phone. Her name is Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
And Tracy, Lewis Howes met with Tracy, and she says, "Yeah, I want to do this podcast, but I don't know." And they were at the Starbucks or whatever, and he says, "By this coming Friday, which is today, I want you to release your first podcast." And she was like, "What?" And he goes, "Yep, start it today." And he started on Friday. She was like, "But I can't do that." He goes, "I don't care." He goes, "It doesn't have to have any music. Doesn't have to have anything. Just do your podcast.
Right.
Start it."
Yeah.
And I told her he makes a great point, because if you're on the fence of like what you want to do, what you really want is to get your voice heard, do it. And then what happens is that no music and none of the music that it matters. But what happens is that the story is being told. It shows your growth over time. And when you do get to include like the music, and you do get to include the professional voiceovers, and you do get to include the segments, it tells that story of like, wow, this person has come a long way. So I see what he was doing right there with her.
So that's a good point. Don't let perfection get in the way of progress.
Exactly.
That's what they're saying.
Amen.
Right?
Yeah.
Because all you really need to do is just
write that down. Don't let perfection get in the way of progress.
Don't let perfection get in the way of progress. I was saying this all week about the Cheerios, reformulating GMO-free. And there was a lot of people going, "Oh my God," and they were upset because it wasn't the whole line. And this is what I had to say to activists this week. Don't let perfection get in the way of progress. And that's kind of how I look at things. When you're going to do it, just jump. Just jump.
Yeah.
Okay? Just freaking do it. Yes. And then everything else is like catch up, right? You got to make that. My husband's like that. He needs me to kick him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Behind every good man is a woman kicking him.
Either down the stairs or just kicking
girls,
him.
we get our shit kickers on.
Yeah, we totally do. Hey, let me. I'm gonna shout out.
Usually fuzzy slippers.
So it's gentle, but yet it's still a kick. Let me throw in a couple comments. Lynn, hi girlfriend. Oh God, I love her so much.
I love Lynn.
Love her.
Yeah,
I love her.
We're all back crap crazy. Holistic business practices. It's the new black. I love it. I love it. We were talking about, staying hyper focused. EPOP says I have trouble with distractions too. And what were we talking about?
Right.
Absolutely. And then Kevin Green was on my show last week. He's another Denver one. It's dangerous to take a large sip of coffee before Mia Voss gets to hookers, bitch slaps, and brothers from another mother. So,
You already called me a hooker. It was awesome.
Exactly. And on a quick note, Calvin Lee and Robert Crusoe are there at CEX 2014. So yep, I'm gonna be saying, like, I love it. See, this is what I love about this audience too. Everybody's throwing in. It is a group effort. Speaking of collaboration too. So I love that.
Can I just jump in real quick? I wanted to jump in real quick and add into real quick the idea whenever the Google Plus thing came around over at New Media Expo. I don't think people really understand still, and that's why we need to educate people on Google Plus, about Google Plus and Hangouts, where the engagement can happen, which is right here in these Hangouts.
Yeah.
Let me just out myself. We're going to be there. We're all going to be there next year. I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's go.
Right?
Mia's going to be speaking.
I might get back. I have to put some, decent pants on and probably do the back of my head. Is what I love about Hangouts.
Can you have
Two
some
things I
masks
have
on
to
your
worry
pants?
about.
Wouldn't it be cool if you did a hangout live right there
On the
while
stage.
you were doing? Yeah, it'd be live. That'd be
It
awesome.
could be like actually what we'll have is just build like a fake Mia's office, and then it get in there. So hey, while we're at it, let's all just show what we got going on the bottom. Here we go. Everybody up. And
No way, really?
yep, you have
Nope,
your
I
pants.
I got
you
the
Oh, Eli's got nothing.
What?
Oh, wait, let me see. I don't even see it. What do you got, Shannon? I love. And Leah, I love the Pippi Longstocking.
Can I sing the song? I am
Wow.
Pippi Longstocking, how I like my name. It's funny.
I didn't wake up this morning thinking I was going to point my butt at a camera on a video that was going to be on YouTube, but
It's like who
Moon
expects the Spanish Inquisition? Who expects to point their ass at a camera today?
Right.
It's more porn star. Anywho. I love it. All right. But we've got Craig Fifield, Sarah Voss, Lucia, everybody's in here. Michelle Bollinger, she just said squirrel.
Exactly, squirrels. My
It is
favorite.
perfect. Yeah. So, Shanna, I agree with you. But can we talk a little bit more about that? Because we're so immersed in our Google Plus world, we don't pay attention to it as much. But what did you feel overall at that conference was the general, and just continue on that, the general feel towards Google Plus, and where you just sounded like you drank the Kool-Aid the whole time?
Yeah, I think more people. Well, I knew a lot of people wanted to be on Google Plus, but they just didn't know. And so when I went to Amanda Blaine's talk, she did pretty much the basic overview of what Google Plus was, and I think a lot of people there left with good information. But I still think they were unclear as to how to incorporate it. She did make great points about why it was important to be on Google Plus for the main indexing factors, and how it can drive traffic to your blog. But the few people that I was sitting next to, I asked them if they were getting it all, and they were just like, we have no idea. We're still unclear. So I guess when it comes down to trying to understand Google Plus, I did mention to some of the audience members, I said, Martin Shervington's got great classes. He's got great online courses that you can go on there and learn about Google Plus. Now, as far as how you use Google Plus, it's up to you. Mia uses it differently than Leah uses it, and Eli and Lainey.
It's for our usage. That's right.
Right.
It's what's our best and highest. Yeah.
But it all does the same. It goes to the higher purpose. It does the same thing. And if you're trying to drive that traffic back to your business, then you're going to go ahead and see the results on that. I didn't think it was a big Facebook bash session. It really wasn't, because she did a great job of saying, hey, here's how you can gain traffic. The one thing that I did disagree with was that she said, if you want to get traffic to your post Saturday pictures all the time. And I just kind of disagreed with that.
Hell no.
I disagreed with that. It was just I laughed
What about
it.
Goater Day? Isn't that the new one now too?
Yeah, Goater Day is another
whatever
one.
a day you can put in there.
But
Y'all.
I think the general idea is that you have to understand the strategies behind knowing what to post and how to post. I mean, it goes along with the same Gary Vaynerchuk.
For your message, let me throw that in there. For your message, so everybody needs to figure out what they want to put out there, what's their message, and then you strategize it. But I cut you off. You're going to say my other boyfriend's name, Gary Vaynerchuk. Right?
Yeah. Well, Gary Vaynerchuk has talked about how he has gone into trending topics inside of Twitter, and he's tried to figure out a way of how to incorporate one of those keywords into one of his posts so that it drives traffic to that post. So I've done that in the past too, where I pulled something off of the what's hot section, and I've incorporated it into my post. To me, it seemed kind of cheap at times, but if you're smart about it, you can do that and drive traffic to your post. I've gotten traffic to a lot of posts just by doing that. But the name of the game is, hey man, you're out for yourself, and if some people think that you're doing it for a cheap thrill, clearly they're not doing it right.
Actually, Shannon, I thought that what you just said was really brilliant, and I'd like to add that I see restaurants and big businesses do this thing with Twitter, and I never understand it, where they try to invent a hashtag for their campaign. Occasionally it works, but then you get weird ones like hashtag on McDonald's, and it's
Right.
Why don't they just pick something that's already popular, like, I don't know, McDonald's, the official restaurant of the zombie apocalypse, #zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. You had me at zombie apocalypse.
My kids say that's how the zombies are created. They eat McDonald's.
They're created inside of Happy Meals.
And then my 5-year-old, when we drive past, he goes, GMOs! And he screams out.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love it.
You need to go really old school and start talking about Soylent Green. Right, they're really.
There actually is a product now called Soylent that they're trying to sell in the third world that is an actual food replacement.
Do they think I didn't see that movie?
Oh, is that like the peanut butter thing, or is that made of soy?
It's totally synthetic. It's not made of any real food, but it can substitute for food for like starving people.
So
that's got trouble all the frig over it.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Wow. Just don't ask what it's made of.
Oh my god!
Yeah, don't ask me any questions. Hey guys, just as a real quick comment about comments, apparently we're blowing up the interwebs, and somebody's saying they think Mia Voss is overwhelming the Google servers. I think it's you guys, by the way. Don't put all that on me, because that's some hot ass people going on here. So if you're having trouble commenting, I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, that's
I got
nice.
nothing.
I just got compared to Johnny Depp. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you, JD Quinchette.
Oh, hi, JD. Is that what she said? Nice.
Yeah, she says, I'm channeling my inner Johnny Depp.
I love it.
I'll take it.
I'm going to take a run with it. Ben Fisher. Hi, Ben Fisher. Steady Demand. Hi, everybody. Go over to Steady Demand Pro. Ben, post your link here. Chill yourself out here, brother. That's one of my former sponsors. He goes, yeah, that's what I want is Catterday followers and friends. Snarky.
Mark Seidel said, thanks to the universe. I'm seeing my therapist after this show, y'all.
I'm so happy I could be part of that.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm glad I could drive somebody to go right to the therapist.
Speaking of
after.
Mark Seidel,
yes.
he just launched that that website HOAshows.com.
Yes.
And then he's doing that directory. So for anybody that's doing an HOA show and anybody that's interested in being on an HOA as a guest, that's so awesome that we're able to merge the creators of the HOAs and people who actually have some content that we don't know about, that are
and Mark, cool. Thanks, honey, for bringing that up, because I talk about people getting shit done already in the new year. Mark came up with that idea, saw a need, and it has created, not only the calendar of it, and it's going to be a bigger need for it because there's so many of them, but also if you want to be on a show, because I know for myself it is really fun to keep discovering these new people and then showcasing them, whatever, I love influencers, community game changers, just people that I think you guys need to know about. So go check that out too, because that's kind of fun. Just don't get mad if you don't get on somebody's show. I'm not saying you're going to get on a show. I'm just saying possibility.
Yeah, don't get mad. Don't be hating.
Yeah. Just calm down.
You better believe it, man. After I came out of this conference, I would, you think that people would never want you on their show, but there's so many podcasters that are looking for guests to be on a show. Like they're looking for them. So don't hesitate to reach out to someone for a hangout or hesitate to be on a podcast, anything like that. I think if you're asking me, you're the professional at what you know how to do. But reach out to them and say, hey, I love what you're doing, and I love that you are promoting this, and just kind of reach out to them and see where they are and try to feel them out and try to get on the show with them. If your content is great, they're gonna put you on.
They will. You'll at least get one shot. If you're boring, I don't know. But the content definitely, and there's so much out there, you guys. There's so much to talk about. So everybody's got that. Right? I mean, there's a ton. Let me give a quick shout out to my other brother from another mother, Craig Chamberlain. He says he's not satisfied until my going number breaks 200. So apparently I've got my own pimp. I'm pretty excited about that. I was on Craig's show last night, so go check him out as well. I'm going to post that as well. Craig has at least 5 or 6 shows a week. He's he's nerding out in a good way. He's just awesome. So, but I agree with you, Shannon. I think there's a lot out there that you can get your message out there too, and just go watch the shows. Which, can I just give a quick shout out also to David Oldenburg and my girl Christine DeGraff have a show right after this, the Online Money Show. Christine started, I can't remember, was it Chef Show that she went on first, and then came to my show, and now she is hooked hooker on Hangouts. We have a show on Wednesdays, but she's going to be the new co-host over there. And then Chefs is right after this as well, which I completely poached Eli and Leah. So I got to take his lineup and was like, I'm going to put it over here. And I did ping him privately. I was like, I'm sorry, my brother. And Chef was very gracious about it because we've decided we are brother and sister and we're just going to trade off.
Awesome.
Yes, because there's so many great people. I mean, it's so fun.
He reminds me of Santa, but without the, the beard. I just look at him and I just want to give him a big hug and kiss and squeeze him.
I kind of do.
Poke his little belly and just like hang out with him and listen to him all day long.
Did you hear that, Chef? If you're not here, I'm going to have to find somebody who can do like the little, the little like at the minute thing. It's like shout out to Chef.
Love.
He's just, he's such good stuff. I mean, and now let's talk about blogging real quick. So I know he's huge in obviously the food blogger world. Leah, you are as well. Tell us about your Momavation. And I'm not going to call you a mommy blogger.
Okay, so we started like 6 years ago, and I started up a community, and it's a little bit of the background. I lost over 100 pounds, and then I got bored, and I had to start up a community to help women, stay healthy, and mostly moms. And so it grew and grew and grew, and then we started something called the Momavation campaign, and that's where I take moms through a virtual reality show very similar to The Biggest Loser. And we used to do it 4 times a year, now we do it twice a year. So we get 3 moms, they get their own trainer, they get their own nutritionist, and now we've added detoxification into the thing where we're teaching women how to get harmful chemicals out of their home. So, I mean, it's not just the food that we're interested in, it's personal care products and it's cleaning products and all kinds of stuff so that we have a wellness home completely. So that's been growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And so I'm in year 6 blogging. So I'm considered somewhat of a dinosaur to some people, where when I hear that I'm like, what? But in the mom blog world, I'm a little bit of a dinosaur. And so over the years, the women in my campaign have lost over 3,500 pounds. If you can even imagine, I mean,
that's some healthy
yeah. And we've been doing this for the year. The hashtag has received, I don't even want to go. We used to know that the hashtag had over 250,000 uses. That was of 2 years ago. I haven't totaled it up since then. I'm kind of scared. I don't want to. I don't even think it's possible. We just kind of let that fly. But, over the years, we've really created a lot of change in for moms out there and for women out there. And the idea behind it is, it's great to do health for yourself. You do health for yourself, but we also role model health for other people, and that's the idea, because some women can't make good changes for them. It's easier for them to make changes for other people just because of, the nature of who we are. Sometimes we give up things and we put everybody before ourselves. In my community, I say take advantage of that. Make the mentality be about other people. Make it be about your family, about your husband, about your friends. Role model things for them so that you can help change their lives as you're changing yours. That's the idea behind my community. But we also do a lot of activism, lots of activism. It's about our food supply, labeling GMOs. It's about getting trans fats out of food. We're all kinds of things that have to do with how in the 1980s, we thought our life was great with chemicals, right? And today we found out, maybe not such a good idea. We're dying. People are dropping and so when I found, and this is the very depressing, fact that 9 out of 10 cancers are based on environment, not on genetics. So it has nothing to do with the fact that you inherited it. It had everything to do with the fact that you ate it, you breathed it, you smelled it, you put it on your skin. And that's what it is. So that's kind of like what we're trying to do is work on that in social media, educate the public, and we just do a lot of stuff about it. It's just education-wise. And so we have a lot of women joining with Momavation for that. But if you guys have healthy topics that you think that we need to cover, because when we throw Twitter parties, we trend, baby. I've got a 98% trending rate. So,
what are you on Twitter, by the way? Could you?
I'm Bookie Boo. So if you guys look me up, I should have put that. It's Bookie Boo. BOOKIE BOO. So if you look me up, I'm a pain in the ass on Twitter. I have followers that retweet my craziness all the time. And I'm also doing a conference. I don't know if I didn't tell you guys about this, but I'm starting up a blogging conference for bloggers that are into themes that we're covering. So it's basically anything that has to do with eco, the environment and wellness. Nice. And that's going to be ShiftCon in October coming up this year. So that's what I'm doing. Is a lot. It's just craziness. It's craziness. We got Marcole on board. That was my exciting thing for this week.
What was it?
Cheerios announcement.
What was your announcement?
Cheerios. Huh?
Oh, exactly.
We worked on Cheerios. We've been pounding away at Cheerios since well over a year now. And so when they announced, I was like, oh my god, and I got little goosebumps.
The goosebumps.
Yeah.
And you know, I've actually had I had a show, and hi Jean Layton, she's going to be on Chef Show right after this, and so is Ben Fisher. So we got a bunch of people.
I love
headed over
Jean.
there. I do too. She was on my show. We had a show. You would love this, Leah. I should send it to you. We did it right before Thanksgiving because I called it the start of the eating season. And I had Jean Layton and Bob Choate. Oh gosh, I'm going to forget everybody. I had about 4 or 5, health experts or people that were in love with what they were talking about, and it really resonated with a lot of people. What I love the most too is that they were talking about, again, just like we're talking about with Google, of having these different ways that you have your authenticity. You can find your own authentic way to feed yourself, and you don't have to follow, you don't have to follow this cookie cutter kind of thing. You find out what works for you. So, and I do. That's kind of how I got my little girl crush on you. Was when I saw you on Chef, and you start talking about bees too, and then somebody said something about goats.
Well, I think the basic thing is that I'm in social media because it's the only place that people allow me to be myself and don't really care. You can't go into a 9-to-5 job and be as crazy as me and I. It just doesn't work. They're kind of like, we have a pattern room for you over there.
No, they give you
that's kind of like what it's like.
Leah and Leah.
Social media.
Yes,
it's this look.
Let me see. Oh, hold on, it's not sure. That's my
favorite. No.
If you don't like me, oh well.
It's not a day that ends in Y when either Shannon and I are not going. Which I love it. I just I have to give a quick shout out to Dustin Slade, who I did one of my first Google IRLs. I met up with him yesterday in Denver. He's a local acupuncturist. Which, speaking of which, check out my balls. I got the acupuncture balls. My balls hurt, by the way, just so you know. I don't know if you guys have those. This is actually, I sprained my wrist, and so he actually gave me. He was putting them on in the restaurant yesterday. I just have to let you know that. And thank you, Highland Tap, for not kicking us out. I love those.
Do those hurt, Mia? Because I've seen them before, but
they do. Yeah. It's pressure points.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So yeah, I was a little bit.
Redheads don't like needles, by the way. Just
it's an alternative to needles, but that's what I was loving too. We were talking about that about this being this Google world is a great place where you can come out and you can have a show on this, have a ton of information, and get people educated. You can kind of follow the influencers that you're looking for. So I just wanted to
Mia, can I bring something famous to the show that I do on my show?
Yes.
Just really quick. We do something called the clout clap. This is the clout clap, where you take your boobs and you clap them together. Bonk, 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 bonk. And that is for anytime something seriously cool is said, someone loses 5 pounds, someone runs a marathon, we say bonk, bonk, bonk. And all the women do it on the screen, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun. And I get the exact reaction you all just gave me.
I love it. I love it.
I literally snorted.
I'll make sure.
That is not the first time I've seen a redhead clap her boobs together, but that's another story in itself.
I'll make sure
that just happened on your show.
I'll make sure when I'm in front of the mirror,
just happened.
My moves will do that.
Your moves. Everybody, okay, and clap. Ready? Between that and my balls, I got it all going on today.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I officially adore you.
Oh,
the guys don't know what to say, and that's a good thing. But the girls are like, oh my god.
They're like, yeah, that's what we do.
No, because we don't know what to say because we don't want to come off like perverts.
Yeah,
you're like,
I gotta go with Shannon on that.
Isn't that wonderful, Mia, how we just totally put Eli and Shannon in this most uncomfortable position where they're
they're both
that was so cool, but oh my god.
I just hope the people at Clout, with the K, they're just like, wait, what?
That was where it came from. That's actually where it came from.
You gave my Clout for you.
I sent me this t-shirt that said, whoa, you have so much clout, and I was wearing it, and for some reason we thought about doing that thing with our boobs, and it became the clout clap, and that is where it came from, and that's exactly where it comes from.
I am going on Clout and giving you clout for that.
You need to create a Clout award for it. I just gave you a Canadian Clout clap.
What?
But we need to create, like, you know how you can give a K in, you know, in social media or Google. We need to actually create one where I can give you a K and clap.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love
All right,
it.
so we're going to do this real quick because we got, whoa, that was good. I can't believe
That was so good.
it. So we've got about 15 minutes left. I want to get to my back crab crazy, but I do want to cover, real quick, let's make it the vagina monologues, why don't we? And talk about what we did bring up as a subject, which is the playing field here in Google for men and women. I feel like my world is pretty balanced. It was kind of imbalanced when I first came into Google, which it really got started in February of last year. So I'm almost at my 1 year. I need a chip. But right, and I need my little clapping. But you know what, Eli, you've been on this world the longest, my brother, the dinosaur. Let's just say vetted, not dinosaur, right? Eli, you be vetted. Talk to me about that too, of like, you know, is your world pretty balanced of males and females, and how do we kind of do that without having to be like, we want more attention, because that's going to get on my nerves too.
Well, when I first came on Google Plus back during the invite period, I got to say it was to a large extent what I like to call a nerd sausage factory.
Sausage fest?
Yeah, a nerd sausage fest, whatever you want to. Yeah, it was overwhelmingly men, and that got boring pretty quickly. Luckily, Daria
Dungeons
Musk,
and Dragons a little bit.
Daria Musk, who
Yes.
is a musician who got famous on here, and anybody who hasn't circled her already, totally go and circle her.
Right now.
She started like curating circles of some awesome women. I started following that, adding to it, and these days I'd say I overwhelmingly follow women on Google Plus, and I see some of the most amazing stuff actually now being done by the women, particularly in terms of the Hangouts. I mean, the way they've just blown up recently, the Hangouts on air, I attribute a lot of that to awesome women like you.
Thanks,
and
brother.
and Christine and yeah, you know.
Getting that out, yeah, and I'm gonna post that up there for Daria Musk. She's awesome too. That is one thing I saw, and I don't think I paid attention to it because I just get into my own little Mia world. But all of a sudden I was like, oh, geez, there's not a lot of women that are going on shows, or when I would go on a shows, it was a little bit of a nerd fest, sausage fest. My shows themselves have been one where it's just me lodged in between all my boyfriends, and that's fine too. So I try not to make it that I've got to have this balance. Today I was pretty excited about it, although you boys are outnumbered. But Bob Voss says he'll jump in and represent for you here in a second.
Is that your dog?
That's my cat, Bob Voss.
Bob
You don't know
Voss.
Bob?
Mhm.
Oh, he's going to circle you and say something saucy on your page. Get ready for it.
Yeah, watch out, Leah.
He is feisty. Hey, Bob, come in. But I agree. I think it's a little more level now, Eli. What do you think? Or I think it's getting there, you guys.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
so.
Lainey,
Absolutely.
and Lainey, you're part of that too, sweetie. You're making a big splash. You're such a great engager, sweetie, and I so appreciate that about you. But you really kind of do it. Yes, I mean, and let's talk about your new group and talk about your new announcement. But I feel like you are saying that it's a woman power thing, but yet you're not making it all like it's us or them.
Look, I am all about balance, and I hate the word diva. I hate the word queen.
You took my words. I hate
Alright?
diva. Yeah, get on my nerves.
No. That is disrespectful to us.
It is.
But it's not a like the group that we have. It's called Those Four Girls, and we just changed it last night at literally 2 a.m. And we rebranded our Facebook page. I mean, it's just watch out. So you can go to those4girls.com, and if you want to learn more, just throw your name and stuff in there. We'll update you when we update our website. Yeah, I created a blank page last night. I was like, 4
You know what I'm
a.m.
loving though? Girl, you are getting shit done. Like you had said at the end of last year, and I think everybody on this panel, I can see it, everybody is really taking themselves seriously. You're making it happen, and yeah, like that. Okay, like you were saying, Leah, like don't wait for the perfection. Just get it going, get it rolling, tweak it, and get that momentum going.
I think having the vision is more important than having all the details when you start.
I agree. And the vision started for me like a long time ago. I had a life-changing experience, and I realized that I wanted to work with women and help women and grow women and promote women. But I've never, I mean, that was 6 years ago, and I just never found the right platform, the right opportunity, et cetera, until I got onto Google Plus on November 1st. And so
oh my God, it's only November 1st? What?
Yeah, November 1st.
Oh, girl.
So yeah, I'm on like world domination like vision mode right now. So watch out.
Mistress of the universe. I love it.
It's the way to do it. It's the way to do it. Yeah.
It is, but don't you guys, if you're following Lainey and seeing what she's doing, I think she's doing it organically as well, which I love. I know everybody's numbers have grown. I do agree. Everybody that's on this panel is just doing it surely by engagement. I mean, I love strategy as well, but sometimes my strategy is not to be too crafty. I don't need to try and trick people. I
got on strategically. I mean, Yeah. I got on strategically. I mean, I got on for a reason, and I got on with a strategy, but
you did.
My strategy is, but at the same time, like, I'm me. Like, what you see offline is what you see online, and I'm going to, have fun and be, engaging and talk to people, and I don't know, I have friends all over the world now. I mean, I've had friends all over the world, but Google Plus has just expanded that. But come over to the community. It's one guy hopped in yesterday, shocked to get an invite. And he goes, wow, every post on here has engagement. And literally every single post in our community has engagement. We have 350 women and men that have been, I started it 2 weeks ago, like right in the middle of the holidays. And we're doing some big stuff. So there's 4 of us. I got to give a shout out to my girls, Barb Jasper, Shannon Lemos, and Anna Godfrey. They are my sidekicks, my partners in crime, and we decided if you want to retire your husband, and we wrote it down. Hold on, I got to tell you this because this is really funny. If you want to retire your husband, gain business momentum, or get some new ideas, reach out to those 4 girls because they never sleep, and I never sleep. Never.
Yeah, and you
2
actually
o'clock in the morning, that proves you don't sleep. Let's do this at 2 in the morning.
She did, yeah. And speaking of which,
oh, Bob,
Tripod Bob, here he is. He's missing his front leg. He's got cancer. We need to talk about that, Leah. But we are. Trust me, it doesn't slow him down. When you look up Hooker, you pick Bob Voss's picture. FYI. The ladies love Bob Voss. Lainey, I am so excited about that too. So make sure to post all that here. Lynn is saying she noticed the change too. Randy's giving you a shout out. Everybody's shouting this out. This is really this subject I think is working for a lot of people as well.
What happened to really quick, and I'll stop talking about my shiny. But we're doing. For any woman that's out there that is deathly afraid of the camera, we actually started an HOA private series, so it's not public, and it's called Bring Your Naked Face. And we all show up unshowered, teeth not brushed, no makeup, pajamas. We look like crap, right?
That's like every other hangout that I have. For those of you who've had hangouts with me, not on a hangout on air, you've seen it all.
Yeah, so we basically want to help women because we are launching a show in February, and we are looking for women who want to promote their business, and it's going to be all about helping women in lifestyle. So Leah, you and I are going to be talking about health and stuff, so I want to know as a featured speaker for sure. So we're doing all that. So we want to just, it's not about man bashing. I love the men. I love men. No, I'm joking.
I love
men. We love all of our boyfriends, but yeah. So.
They both have long hair, so I think they're part of the group already.
They have longer hair than I do.
Oh my God, yes. We're still part of the group.
I mean, these can totally be our girlfriends. Totally.
Yes. OMG.
Sam Stormborn is in the community, and he is the bearded lady. So come on, boys.
He is a bearded lady. That's right. Look at, oh my God, all our boys. We need to have them all lined up with a look for it too. Hey, let me get your back crap crazy while we're on you, and then I'm gonna pop to everybody else with what they're doing and what their back crap crazy is. So, what's your BCC, babe?
Oh gosh, there's so many things right now. I think right now really it's Bring Your Naked Face. I am just in love with that because I'm having a blast because I don't have to put makeup on. This doesn't have to happen.
You know what, and it really is good. I will say that. Put some pants on in case you have to get up.
Right.
But Jeff C. actually did a really great post called "The Death of Captain Underpants," and it was talking about now that he's doing hangouts, it's really have to get out of like the boxer shorts and the t-shirt. It's a pretty funny blog post. You have to see it. He just did that the other day.
Read it.
And then he said something about his desk as a glass top table, so I was cracking up at that one too. So, yay, honey! I'm very excited for you on this new things on your new shiny. So now I'm going to pop over to Eli. Dude, what is your call to action in your back crap crazy, honey?
Well, right now I'm working with a local doctor. We're going to set up some hangouts for for health and nutrition, just help people to live a healthier lifestyle.
Right?
He is a chiropractor. Yes, he's a doctor of chiropractic.
Look at Lainey. Or Leah's all excited.
He says health and fitness.
And yes, I figured that would get Leah excited. And my bat crap crazy. Star Trek Voyager. Somebody gave me a free month of Netflix. I have been geeking out on that show that I have not watched since the 90s.
There you go.
I'm finally
That's for you
back
in
to 7
general.
of 9.
Eli went full-on dork with us.
He did.
Full on, I love it.
Just
I
came
love
out of the
that.
dork closet, and I am
Yeah.
proud of you, brother.
Don't think I was ever in the dork closet, but okay.
Well, nerd
I'm
closet.
just a
I'm right
dork.
next to you because if Empire Strikes Back on, I lose my mind. So that's just me. I pretty much know all the
TV,
words. So.
baby. Spike TV.
Yes, Spike TV. Oh, that's right. I was
They
always
did the
on there
whole thing
too.
this weekend with it. Yeah.
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 Makes me get hot. Yeah, hot and bothered. Thank you so much, Eli. And then, where can we find you?
Well, right now, pretty much on Google+. I've got some blogs, too, Tech Nerd Corner and Social Media Forecast. I also do a lot of guest blogging, particularly on Wodillo's social media, but
Gotcha.
pretty much on Google+. I'm setting up a website for myself right now, so...
Good deal, brother. But yeah, follow Eli here, you guys. If you haven't, what did I say? I was dog shaming everybody into following you guys on the post yesterday. I told you so. Lainey, where do we find you, real quick? Best way is here.
Oh, yeah, you can go to socialmediagotogirl.com. You can find me here, Lainey Sullivan. I'm pretty simple, easy to find. Apparently, people know me. And then those4girls.com and the community Those 4 Girls.
I am loving it. All right, Miss Leah, what's your call to action and what are you bat crap crazy about, babes?
This year, I am bat crap crazy about activism. Seriously, I'm just fired up because we've done so many amazing things. I mean, just look at Cheerios is happening right now. You know, they reformulated. They're taking triclosan out of antibacterial soaps. I mean, we're working on labeling this year. Oregon's going to have another initiative, so go Oregon for labeling GMOs. This year is the year of activism.
I love it.
So
Hey, listen,
excited.
and I'm hoping you'll
Empowering consumers to say no.
I'm super,
Amen.
super anti-commercial farming. That's what I get a little bat crap crazy against. So I'm with you, sister, on that one too. Hey now. And Mamavations, that's the best place we can go to. And then circle her here right now, party people. I mean it.
If you like my clout clap, make sure you circle, right?
I love your cloud clap.
Yeah, I
I could
actually already
watch her
posted.
clout clap all day, and I mean that in the nicest possible way.
In the least non-awkward way. Thank you, darling. I can't wait to have you on the show again. And listen, when I do the health one with Jean Layton and everybody, I am doing a health show in February because it's when everybody starts to get a little bit on the downward slope of what they're all excited about. We will. So get your party pants on, sweetheart, because you're coming back on. Yay! And finally, last but not least, hi, boyfriend. What's your call to action? Hey. What's your call to action, and what are you bat crap crazy about?
Well, go to ShannonJHernandez.com. Of course, it's like right down there. You can find it right there.
I'm loving it.
And you can get on my newsletter subscribe list. And the thing I'm bat crap crazy for, I'm actually crazy for a couple things. I'm crazy for greatness. This is what I'm crazy for. I'm crazy.
Amen. Plus that cool tech.
Crazy for greatness. I think that is something that everyone needs to strive for, is to be as great as it can possibly be, and that was something that was really hammered into my head this weekend. But the other thing that I'm back crazy for right now is my sister's hangouts that she's doing right now.
Yes.
My sister has come quite a long way. I'm actually back crap crazy for her, not because she's family, but because of where she's come in the year that she's been kicking ass. She did a really great hangout yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday, with Claudia Alltoucher, and it was all about manifesting your dreams into 2014. So it was an amazing hangout. So I'm really excited to have her do more hangouts like that. So I love her to death. Well, both of those girls to death. So.
Yep. Oh, that's a lot of good. BCC.
Sorry, I'm like, I'm just trying to get through everything.
Shannon, is there like a gang sign for Google Plusers? Do you guys have like a gang sign yet? You know, that we can do
you made one up for me the other day, and somebody did a screenshot of it. It was pretty awesome. It looked stupid on me.
Oh, what was it? It was like that. It was me.
Yeah, it was something. I know. Everybody do it. Okay, now, and everybody just do some kind of gang sign. I don't know what. Somebody screenshot it. All right, you guys.
OGG.
Yeah, exactly. We are almost done. Let's see my call to action. Please go to themiaconnect.com. You can check out my business tools. Please subscribe. It's only just getting updates about the show. We also have a Mia Connect community here as the Mia Connect Power Chat community. That's where you can get some good updates too. So I'll post it here. All these guys are going to post all their shining. Because I want them to. I want you to know how to get in touch with them, everything they've mentioned, a lot of the links and things like that, because you get your learn on for all the good stuff. So, and my back crap crazy is Crave Denver. Look at my shining.
Yay.
Crave Denver is my women's group
stand
here.
up because we can't see your clout.
Yeah, how is that?
It's always on your clout, girl.
Exactly. And also for my 3 to 5 club, which is my mastermind group, I got to give them a shout out. They are the ones with Shannon you were talking about, keep people, getting people around you, and these people keep me motivated and keep me on task, just like my folks here, my A-listers. So those are my 2 back crap crazies. We'll see you next week, every Friday, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, right here on the Mia Connects Power Chat. Mwah. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you.
Bye.
And we are live. Hello, everyone. I am Mia Voss. Welcome to the latest edition of the Mia Connect Power Chat. It's the 2nd week of January. I am psyched to be here. This is like the full week when everybody's actually getting some stuff done. So with that, I have got 4 power players. I'm going to give them a hand already. Look at it. I can't even take it. And they are getting ready. They're fixing to bring some Learn on You. We got a lot of fun subjects. So I'm going to start from the left. I'm going to try not to jack up his name. First, I have Eli Fennell. Right? How are you, my brother?
I'm doing good, my sister. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you. Next up, because she's in her alter ego, I have Lainey Sullivan. Hi, girlfriend. Everybody needs to know she's got the horns with the 2 angels on either
With the
side.
2 angels, so we're diabolically opposed today.
I call it balance.
Love
And
it.
then I have my girl, Leah. Let me see if Segedi.
Close. Segedy.
Segedi.
Thanks for having me on, Mia.
Hi, girlfriend. And everybody that knows Leah is going to know that halo is such bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Logan. She says loves the headband. Epoff. Woohoo. Let's see what else I've got. Heather Crafter. Love her. Filling up the coffee in anticipation of a great show. Of course, my stream is not picking up yet, so I'm going to do this again. So I'm going to read it from over here. Hi, Epop is always here. Randy Hilarski, speaking of a brother from another mother, time to get your learn on. Lance Fields, hi, Felicia, looking great, super clear, all good on the screen. He's my little guy, boots on the ground, and always is checking out. He's checking out my shiny. Let's see what else. Sunny Cadwaller, looking forward to a bit of that crap crazy. She came up with Celebrate the Weird. I think that was the hashtag we came up with the other day, talking about authenticity. Shannon Lemo, Spiting Edge. Mark Seidel, hello, brother. Heather Crafter says, give me an A, give me a B, or give me a B, give me an A. I think she's heading towards fat crap crazy. So, you guys have anybody you want to shout out for the show today?
Momavation community. They're watching.
Yay.
And
Hall's
my
Methalyptus.
And my women's community, those 4 girls. Shout out to those
Woohoo.
ladies. And
Yes.
Jen's in there too. We like the guys. Thanks for the support, boys.
Let's turn it up right now.
Yeah, because you're going to be like, what's up with that guy? So, hey, listen, seriously, you guys, so as I always say, and you guys all know these people, we're going to be talking today about blogging. We're going to be talking about the gender playing field here. We're going to be talking about New Media Expo. So you hookers better get your questions going, because you need to take advantage of these folks here on the panel. So real quick, I want to thank my continuing sponsor and my business affiliate, Edge Ad Exchange. I'm shilling for them. This is what I love about doing the shows. I can talk about all the stuff I love. Duh, right?
Of course.
You go wrong with that. You choose the stuff, which is where the back crap crazy comes from.
Love the brands that choose authenticity.
Exactly. Brand A. It is. That's why you got to start your own show, people. This is going to be year of the kick-ass, year of the HOA. So with Edge Ad Exchange, make the most of your online advertising dollar. These guys are awesome. I use them for getting traffic to my website, Boots on the Ground. So go to my website, the Mia Connect. There should be a business tools page. Get your butt over there. Check them out, please. Thank you. All right, y'all ready? Let's get on some comments, because people are fired up in the over on the event. Yeah, listen, we need to, I always say that I'm gender balanced. I'm all about, I need a a little bit of both for sure. So, but that I love, and we're going to get to that too, about what's going on with that. How about you, Eli? Who do you want to give a little shitty shout to?
Oh, I see Mick Sharp's out there.
Hi, Mick. Love him.
Says the crown looks great. That's good.
I said he looks very Game of Thrones today. What do you guys think?
Very. That's what it
Brace
is.
yourselves.
Best show ever.
Oh,
Bat Crap Crazy is coming.
yeah, yeah, and I have to tell you, if that's your Bat Crap Crazy, that is not the first time that Game of Thrones has showed up on here as a Bat Crap Crazy. Yeah, mine when I want to do shows, I definitely do. I'm gonna get to one right now. You ready for it? I got Downton Abbey. Damn. Oh, I get cray over it. Yeah, I do. I get cray. I speak to the camera. I speak to the TV like I'm some kind of crazy trailer park woman. Oh, hell no! And I was freaking out on that this week. So with that, it is, again, like I said, it is the first full week for reals. I mean, last week didn't really count, you guys. Everybody's making all these proclamations, blah, blah, blah. Now it's when the rubber. And I love it because you're feisty, sweetie. That's what I get it. You know, I always semi-stalk my guests before they come on the show, and you've got some good shiny, honey. You got some good feisty shiny.
Oh, I'm being like Pippi Longstockings today for you. Love it. I wear my pajamas.
I can tell you what, that's going to be next up. Everyone needs to stand up and see what the lower half is, because that's the beauty of the.
Don't worry about that today.
Oh, hey, please put some pants on. Next up,
seriously.
we have definitely a brother from another mother, Shannon Hernandez.
Hi, everyone.
What's up, Headbanger? How are you, my friend?
Dude, you know, I've been out sick for the last, 2 days. I got back from New Media Expo on Monday, and went to work. Went to my night job on Tuesday, came back on Wednesday, and you and I had talks, and, man, I've just been sick since, so I'm trying my best to, really step it up today for the Power Chat.
He's going to bring it!
Oh, I got to bring it because Leah's bringing it 100 times fold right now.
And I don't know how it's showing up in the film strip, but you are right next to Leah, so you better crank up your game, brother.
I know.